Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. So, I'm going to play a POV game today. This is something that I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on from all of the live casting that I was doing, and since I am currently AFK, I'm going to let y'all look into one of the games that I'm playing currently. And I gotta say straight up front that I'm not real super familiar with Doroza's Sanctuary. I've casted it a couple of times and I played on it once or twice. I'm basically going to be making up a build order as I go along, and have no idea what I'm doing, so please forgive me if things get a little weird right off the bat. I do know that I have to have incredibly massive T1 power spam all over the place because this map has absurd amounts of reclaim. So I'm going to go ahead and get an engineer out right off the bat for reclaim, not even build any mexes, and go ahead and get my power running as quickly as I can. And I'm going to go ahead and set up 2 power grids for air factories to go inside of later. So that's going to let me get what I need online as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to want to go for an early transport, try to snag this expansion over here, and then, of course, I need extra land factories to keep spamming T1 engineers all over the freaking place because reclaim is oh so tasty. I'm going to get this one started here. We're going to snag, actually, I'm not going to get that one. We're going to snag some mass extractors, drop a radar in the back so that we can see any drops incoming in advance, and there we go, biting into that reclaim. You can see already I'm going to be able to survive pretty much solely off of reclaim without too much problem. Alright, he's going to go up there. Let's throw that down there, another radar in that corner, and boom, boom, boom. And then we'll start upgrading on this one. Go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, don't reclaim again. Wait till I get a little lower here. And assist an engineer on that ACU to get this power up much, much faster. Alright, let's go. Go right here and reclaim and then build a mass extractor. Go again. I think that will do absolutely fine. Pause this one more time to get our power levels back up. Excuse me. And then we'll have at it. So, today I'm playing with that guy over there, who is Cybrid. A 900 rated player, and then reverses a 1200 and a 1000. So, a relatively even matchup. I may have to end up pitching in to help defend the guy that I'm with, which is no problem at all, because this is a team game after all. And then, it's hard to tell how a matchup like this is going to fall out. It all just depends on what kind of 900 he is. There's some 900 players who only play like no rush games and turtle games and all that kind of stuff, in which case this is not going to end well. And then there's other times where you'll get really good 900s who just don't really play in the type of games that lend themselves to ranking up that quickly. So it all depends. It really does all depend. I'm going to start dropping engineers all over the place with these attack move orders, and that is going to let them reclaim from a standstill. It's highly efficient, very, very fast reclaim for that, and still just trying to spam as much power as I can possibly get online. I know that I'm stalled pretty hard at the moment, but that is okay. We'll make it back up in just a minute. Pulling 300 power income. Very nice. A little bit of overflow for my teammate, which is good, but that does mean that he is not reclaiming as much as he could be. I'll drop a little marker there just to let him know. Alright, unpause here and get started again. And my leg is bleeding. That's pleasant. I felt something running down my leg and I'm like, what the crap is going on here? And then I look down and there is a trail of red running down my shin. Apparently I kicked something on the way over to my desk. I know not what it was, but it was sharp, whatever it was. Don't think I'll bleed out playing Subcom though, so it's totally okay. I'll just live with it and we'll move on with our lives. Alright, so as soon as I get this power grid up, I'm going to drop an air factory and then get the dropout. I know I said that I was going to drop this early over here, but honestly I think I'm doing okay just sitting in the base like this. And here we go with a raiding party, actually. Go ahead and start with some land factories. I'm going to throw this up in the configuration for a T3 mass fab later, just on the offside chance that I decide to go that route. And let's get another engineer out here. I'm going to start on T2 immediately for that, because I have the mass. That is for sure. As long as I don't get any... there's some air. Alright, so I better get on the ball as far as making air is concerned. Let me start stacking engineers up right here. This is a fairly large map. It is a 10K map. Oh, wait. I'm used to 1 versus 1 configuration. I couldn't do an early drop over there because there's another player in that bay. Shame on me for making incorrect assumptions about the map. So, we're going to get our last upgrade going there. Going to throw down an air factory here. I'm going to assist these 5 engineers on it, which is probably going to hard power stall me, but it's okay. And then I'm going to start another power grid with my ACU, because power, 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 we all need power all the time. Ugh, this map is taxing on the power supplies. That is for sure. Okay, so Scout, 5 interceptors is a fairly good pattern to run. We're going to drop those out there. Here comes the aggressive units. I'm going to drop a couple tanks out right here. Thankfully, we do have radar. That is most likely a lab, which means that it will be fairly easy to intercept. I may lose a radar, possibly a mass extractor, but it's okay. I'm going to bump this engineer all the way to the back. Going to go ahead and send another one in that direction. And there's my tank. Let's shoot up here and see if we can't intercept this. Yep, there it is. 2 flares. My radar is gone, but I should be able to take care of this no problem. They're all going to get into range. Zap goes the scout. And here we go on the flares. Oh my word, don't kill my NG. Ew. Alright, lay that back down. The loss for the engineer, but that's okay. We'll get over it. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and go T3, actually. Oh, look. There's some more right down there. Shame on you. I could push out a... bomber to take care of that, but I think I'm just going to sit on it for now. Alright, scouts going out to those guys just to see what they're up to, and then we're going to go ahead and start our capping of the mass extractors. I throw T2 on the ACU. I only have that 1 tank. Go. Alright, he's headed down. Not going to lose that mass extractor. That is a good thing. Going to take these 2 engineers and head down there. Gonna cap it and heal it. And this little guy right here, we're gonna cap right here. Then he is cap this one. Alright, well-developed bases in the back, and they are going for relatively good air. So I will need to concentrate on my air production, make sure that I don't fall behind. Blue is also producing a little bit of air for himself, and he is T2, so that is good. We got drops. We need to get that taken care of. Radar there. Let me clear out these markers, and we're good. Yep, drops on all 3 mexes. Not good, not good at all. Alright, let's throw down some T2 P-gens here. Let's go. So, alright. Good, looking good. Okay, I'm a little bit focused on my base, turtling a little bit more than I would like to in most cases, but I think I'm going to be alright here. I've got a good level of tech pushing. Don't think it's going to cause any issues anywhere. So I'm going to leave it as is for now. Let me start building some more engineers because I'm going to need some more build power. I think that is a good plan to take. Good course to take, rather. Let me leave those 2 tanks there. I'm going to start building, let's see, let's do Titans at first. And I know Titans are weak, but they are raiding units, so they're actually going to be exceptionally good on this map, because I'll be able to move from one end to the other very, very quickly, and I'll actually be able to avoid large troop movements if I so wish. I'm going to try to get this T3 upgrade on this mass extractor here, and then go resource allocation upgrade. I know I'm bumping a little bit high on the power scale, but that is totally fine. Gonna throw down another air factory and see what happens. Back on my schedule here, schedule some scouting, head up that way, and you, sir, go up there. As you'll notice, there's no point defense or anything in any of these bases, strictly power generators, walls, and civilian buildings, so nothing really to be too worried about. Alright, engineer, you need to bite into some mass here. I'm about to stall. And we're good again. Awesome. Alright, so he is going for another upgrade. I don't know what it was. I didn't look when the scout was going over, but he only has 1 P-gen, so if he's trying for resource allocation, he is stalled like a mofo. There is no way that he's going to be able to get that in any kind of timely manner. Let me ping another scout over him, just for the sake of doing it. We'll see what kind of upgrade he's on. As long as I can remember to zoom in over there. Blue is doing a nice little job. We've got Mongoose coming out. As soon as UEF drops the T3 upgrade, you're in trouble, pretty much. I'm going to take this resource allocation. It is going to be a hard stall. I'm already warning you, but please, please, please don't hate me. I just need to get this upgrade online as quickly as I possibly can. I'm going to pause my air factories. That's the biggest power consumer. I'm pulling 2K, and this is going reasonably well. Let me try getting some of my engineers off my ACU, see how that helps my power situation. Alright, put 3 engineers back on it and pause the ACU, because that's a T2 ACU. Almost balanced. And we're balanced. Alright, I'll just take the slow upgrade. That's fine. I'm going to have a little bit of extra mass, but what I can do is I can drop a T3 upgrade just to get my my eco back where it is in an ideal situation. The thing about stalling power, and I know most of you already know this, and this is going to be review material for a lot of you, but when you're stalling power, your mass extractors don't work efficiently, so you're actually losing mass, potential mass that your mass extractors could have been producing, and that is not a good situation to be in at all. Let's see, I got my ACU paused, but we will build a T2 radar. I'm going to see what kind of upgrade he was getting here. That's probably T3 upgrade. It's definitely not a chest upgrade. That does make me feel a little bit better about how this is turning. That means I'm going to get my power upgrade online, and I'm going to be able to get T3 air in a very reasonable amount of time. No problem at all. I'm going to front my air out. We're going to find out what's going on around the map and dispatch some Titans to take care of it, whatever it may be. Engineers here are going to keep biting our way through the mass. Let's go this way, and let's go... half of you go down here and go this way. Half of you go on that kind of trip. Oh, flak. Get away, get away, get away. Let's try to kill this over here and see exactly what was in the way. But we will try it with 2 Titans. We may or may not be able to kite in and out. Their vision radius is bigger than their attack radius, unlike the Auroras. That is going to let them be able to kite a lot of things. We got some obsidians, which is a problem. Yeah, I'm going to go around. Not worth throwing Titans away on that. And let's go ahead and get these online. Oh, Do not want HQs. Stop, 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 stop. Let's go supports. And Percival's. There's that. And let's do anti-air and then 5 Percivals. So that way we'll be able to have some mobile anti-air with us wherever we're headed. Alright, RAS is done. So let's go for the T3 upgrade. And oopsie. Alright, finish that. Get there before it dies. I want to get Omni online ASAP. Go for another T3 mechs. T3 mechs. I have enough power definitely to run both of those. Alright, when I hear guns, it worries me. Why is that mass extractor not built? Very strange. Alright, we're going to try to get in the tip here. Okay. This is such a cool looking map. Looks like something you'd see on the moon, honestly. Okay. I like playing games like this every once in a while. It's nice and relaxing. Usually easygoing people. Not a whole lot of stress. I played a very high-ranking sentence earlier. It was just ridiculously stressful. I ended up getting obliterated by someone about 300 rank higher than me, rock to beach. And of course, you know, the first thing all of the high-ranking players say is, "Oh, he got crushed. He's such a noob." It's like, really, guys? Really? I don't need all this stress in my life. This is a much more relaxing pace. I don't mind playing people much better than I am. I used to do it a fair bit. But the mentality of a lot of the guys in the higher ranking levels is not the best one ever. Alright, Extra Salty still does not have resource allocation, but he is pulling a T3 power upgrade. And there is a Harbinger. Oh my goodness. That's going to kill me. I don't have the DPS into Titans, I think, to kill a Harbinger. Oh, what do you know? It actually broke the health. Let me chase him down. I got shorter range. I can't let him get out of my sight. My shield's down, and I'm just going to die. 1 Harbinger greater than 2 Titans. Shame for shame. Alright, let's see. Gonna get some more T3 mass extractor upgrades online. Game is hitching something awful. I don't know why. Somebody does not have a connection to somebody else. Let me see here. It is salty. Started typing before I had the chat box. Oh. No! That's disconcerting. Alright. Let's get a... What do I want to do here? I want to get an area where I have some room to pack in build power. So I'm going to go for a T3 air factory right here. And I'm going to drop T2, 1 T2 engineer, with which I'm actually going to build kennels. I don't do that very often. It's not the most efficient thing on the face of planet Earth. Ooh, that guy's not looking real good. He's still got T1 mass extractors. He's focusing a little bit too much on combat and not enough on eco, but that is something that can be improved. We all know everybody has to start somewhere. And usually that is not on the top. Alright, I'm going to send my units north because I think I have enough to defend myself with here without too much of a problem. We got my first 3 Percivals rolling off. I know he does have Harbingers over here, but the Percival should be more than sufficient to kick off any Harbingers that dare to come close. I'm also going to have the advanced damage from these, the Demolishers, so that will help me out as well. Once this ring of T3 comes online, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm actually going to throw down 2 T3 P-Gens, and I'm going to make a nuke launcher, because I'm feeling like that kind of person today. And a nuke defense, and then let's throw down a couple of T3 shields just because. Alright, that should do it. Okay. Good enough. Snag these mass extractors. I'm out here playing like a noob, not getting any of this stuff. He's not reclaiming, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these. And yep, there's some over there. He's not using it, so I will abuse it. Alright, that should strengthen his front line just a little bit. He's still pushing T1. We can get those online. That'll do them a world of good. Alright, got enough Demolishers. Let's go back to Percivals. That is 4 of them. I'm actually going to move these up to the front line here and change my waypoint. Good, 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 good. We'll have a little mass in storage. We'll be able to build this nuke launcher. When you build a nuke launcher, if you're looking for adjacency, you need to build the power generators before the nuke launcher, because the adjacency only starts if the nuke starts after the link for adjacency is made. So when you build your strategic launcher, if you build the power gens after, you're going to need to press the stop button on your nuke building and then restart the nuke. Just make sure that you do it very, very early on. Otherwise, it is going to consume the full amount of power even if you add P-Gens later. And that's something that it took me a little while to realize. I did not know that that was the case until, I don't know, a few months ago. Somebody was telling me about it, and I was like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. That explains why I was having so many power issues in a lot of these games when I was trying to spam nukes, because I was building nukes and then spamming the power generators around them for the adjacency bonus. Just had it all out of order. Order is everything in a game like this. And I think I am going to be a douchebag and build T1 bomber spam. That sounds like a fun thing to do. So let's give him a heart attack. Let's go over here and win air. I've got 57 interceptors, which should be more than sufficient to kill off anything that Red has. And all of his flak is up in this area. All of these are already tagged as Harbinger, so it should not be a problem. And my nuke is getting done. After the nuke is built, I'm just going to kind of chillax for a while, make sure that I stay green, and nuke somebody. I don't know who it's going to be yet. There's a nuke defense for Red. I'm just going to have to scout and see what's going on here. Or I may be able to snipe the nuke defense one way or the other. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll get that nuke landed somewhere. Alright, clean up this nasty air problem and then get the hell out of Dodge before that T3 mobile anti-air comes in. I'm going to run over this here way. Notice I got my own over here. And my Percivals. I'm going to go over here. And actually I'm not. I'm going to park right there. Give them an opportunity to come in. Alright, none of these are going to fall close enough, I think, to get inside the vision radius of my nuke. Yeah, you better back up. That's what I thought. Okay. This needs to stop. Nuke defense up and pushing. Need to get a scout across the top end. Get a T3 scout up and shoot it across. That'll be a good indicator. I'm going to take the roundabout way here. Ding, 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 ding. And those are all interceptors on that side. I'm gonna go kill all of his interceptors too. Alright, T3 scouts up. And away. Zip it across the map here. My nuke is now building. I'm going to build this one T3 shield. I'm going to let my engineers finish it, and I'm going to get out of here so that my power, not my power, my mass comes up a little bit better balanced. Snag this, and I need to get those in there. Oh, T3 mobile artillery on their side as well. You dirty, dirty dealer. Using my own trick against me. Ah, where'd everybody go? There they are. Chase you down. Those are T2 bombers. Get rid of them. Oh, nope, there's the air. There's the air. That's what I'm looking for. Get back here. You're going to come to me, aren't you? That's exactly what you need to do. Now, there's probably anti-air over the base. I'm going to go for it. There is not a nuke defense. And yes, there's the SAM with the AoE, so I'm going to lose this horribly, but you know what? It's okay. I need to get rid of all those interceptors anyway. And that is that. Yeah. Push these over here. Kite my Percival's in. They have the range to kite just about everything very, very easily. I'm just going to kind of ease them across the front here. And move away to maintain my distance for as long as I possibly can. T3 artillery coming in. Gonna help out on some of that. And there's pink cleaned up. Let me go in for red. We got our Harbingers up here, but I have enough Percivals in one spot. Oh, I gotta come south. It'll be alright. We got this. Is that sniper bots? Nope. Alright, come on, little Percivals. Get in the party. That's right, walk into the T1 PD. Oh, come on. Stop hitching. There we go. Get all that extra DPS in here. Harbingers are no match for Percivals. Back up a little bit here. Get a little bit too much inside my range. Alright, chase them down. And now I have a oh so tasty reclaim field here. I don't know why he's trying to kite back and forth with Harbingers. They have a shorter range than Percivals do. Alright, I'm going to move back. Intercept these coming in. There we go. Don't kill my demolishers. Not supposed to do that. Get away from me. Alright, that Harbinger's down. Move up. And that's that. Over with. Soften up some of these targets here. Okay, well, that was a success. As good of a success as you can possibly ask for. I move all this over here. Pull my air back down. Oh, flak. They're not my T1 bombers. Some of them are going to make it. Not many, some of them. But that's okay. Got all my Percivals alive. South. And keep up my reclaim here. Alright, I've got extra mass to build something awesome. My building here. Go to air production. And throw down another P-gen. Let's walk to the back and do that. And then let's do T2, 3, and let's do gunships. Heavy gunships. I like broadswords. Haven't used them in a long time, so we're going to have fun with this. And there's my power stall. Well, crud. Let's go assist the ACU here. That's going to both alleviate the amount of power that's being used for air and also increase the build, or yeah, decrease the build time. There we go. That's the combination I was looking for. Thinking too much about other things and not enough about the actual game at hand. Alright, so let's do that and then throw another T3 shield down right in the middle here. I'm going to walk my ACU to the back. That T3 already is really annoying. Can't say that much. Who's going slower than the rest? Alright, we're going to push in. Oh, lucky targeting. Score. That's going to be one T3 artillery down. Nice. Alright, clean dodge on the others and backtrack. Get out of the reach of the Harbingers. Stay out of reach of as many of them as I possibly can for as long as I can, and fire at the ones in the advanced row so I can thin them out as they approach. This is playing out exactly like I need it to here. Keep mine clumped as many as I can in range at once. Harbingers have no area of effect, so it doesn't even matter. Let me back up. Artie's already dead. Alright, bring these back in. Harbies are going south, north here. Keep wiping them out. Alright, so we're out of range. Okay. Good enough. Let's get some extra production on these. Alright, let's find out if he has Nuke Defense. I actually really like Red's playstyle. Got the Artie mix in there. That's very nicely done. He's got all the good ingredients. Alright, let's see if this nuke lands. That would be an affirmative. Kaboom! Elimination of most of that base. Alright, so I have a loaded ante. Got one nuke off clean. If anything is going to break through it, now would be the time to go for it. Alright, got my horde of Percivals back up. Let me go for, I have my drones here. Go for that. That also serves the dual purpose of lessening my mass stall by a little bit anyway. I'm going to draw back. Feed these into the base here. There we go. Oh crap, he has a GC. No! How did I not see that? That's not good at all. Holy cow. That's bad, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Also, if he spots that transport, gets an ASF on it. That's not going to be good either. Thankfully, I think we're going to clean up pink. Alright, so I have a good clump of ASF and a T3 ACU with RAS. That is, it could be worse. It could be worse. Let's do these. And then some of these. And then we'll start our T3 defense. I think that GC is already on its way up here. Let's see. An advance warning. Alright. Not cool, not cool. Didn't realize I still had these. Okay. So, let's get some Ravagers up. Check out our terrain first. Alright, we're good. What have I got as far as resources go? Reclaim left. Gotta get up to the front here and reclaim. Got whopping 3 engineers to my name and Harbinger's on the way. I think we lost this. Crapola. Alright, only one thing for it. Load up the ACU and head southwards. Try to kill somebody. I spy an ACU over there. Let's see what's on my trip. I go back south.
Under attack. System enabled.
May not have enough health. Oh crap, he killed my power storage. Oh no! Such a way to go. Oh well. Oh well. That is my own fault for not scouting effectively enough. When that GC popped up, walking it directly into base, if I had kept my gunships behind, I probably could have damaged it enough to overcharge the thing to death with the help of the Ravagers that I had. Having Harbingers with it was bad for me. That was good for them. I do have to compliment that. He did everything correctly, and I screwed up not scouting. This is the problem I have when I do a lot of talking during the game. It's not a valid excuse because scouting should be so ingrained. Scouting should be so ingrained in your gameplay that you should never, ever, ever, ever forget it. And I did scout a bit. The problem was I just never... I wasn't paying enough attention when the scout was going over. I think I had enough scouts there together that that I should have seen it when it started building, but I just didn't pay enough attention to it to get it worked out. And this is that's going to kill that guy. He's got Ravagers down. Yep, there come the Harbingers, and he's dead. Kaboom! And that is game, my friends. Alrighty, that's a little bit of a live game for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's going to wrap up this cast, and I will see you guys when I come back. This is the last one of the 6 that I'm doing for when I'm away honeymooning and getting married and doing all that kind of stuff. So when I'm back, well, actually, I don't know what order this is going to be in, but when I come back, I will see you guys, and I'll be a married man. So I guess, as always, thank you so much for watching, and that is all I'm going to blather on about. See you guys.